Hello, dedicated creatives. Woohoo! Are you guys here? It's Raven, and we are here learning how to get out of those ruts, right? You know why I love you guys? Is because you guys get me, right? A dedicated creative that still can't figure out the whole Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time thing. But so far, leave a little comment and let me know that you're there, so I'm not just, looking at my beautiful hair, which I had to pull back because I didn't really have time to do it. But listen, I have a question for you guys. Are you stuck in a rut out on your butt? Because if you are, this is for you. We are here and we are strategizing about how to stay on top of our game and in our game and make sure we're not taking a nap and snoring, boring the world to death with our business, right? Did I introduce myself? I'm Raven. I own Red Raven Writes. Raven is my pen name that I use. And I write product descriptions for metaphysical companies and properties and indie brands and make them as interesting as you guys are. Because you guys are so yummy and interesting. So let's talk about and celebrate right now my favorite ruts in my lifetime. Right? I've had food ruts. Okay? Remember those Taco Bell and Mountain Dew days when I was 60 pounds overweight and I just couldn't stop running through the drive-thru? Right? That was fun. Food ruts. Oh, but that doesn't really triumph. How about those relationship ruts? You guys ever been in one of those? I'm going to go ahead and I know maybe the first few years I realize it's not working out, but still I'm going to give it another 10 years and give it a good go. Those relationship ruts are always fun, right? And let's see, what other ones? Oh yeah. We're here as dedicated creatives, as business owners. What about these business ruts? My favorite, when I owned my vegan chef business, and it was inspiring, and it was amazing, and I was doing community events, except I wasn't making any sustainable income with it. A financial rut. Wah, wah. So what do we do when we find ourselves in these ruts? Well, I can share with you what I did, and my advice would probably be do a little bit different because I have a tendency to learn the hard way. So you can always learn from my mistakes that I make. But first, I really want to point out what's really crucial when you are discussing the topics of being in a rut is how do I know that I'm in one? Because for me, that has been the trick, is how do I even identify and catch myself that I'm in a rut? So I have for you 3 signs. You read me? 3 signs that you may be in a rut. Are you guys ready? Are you there? Anybody there? I know, I was late. I apologize. But my next video is on how to be flexible with time for your success. Okay, back to 3 signs that you may be in a rut. Do you feel like you're running instead of funning? Have you lost the fun in your business? Have you lost the fun in your relationships? Have you lost the fun in your relationship with food? If you find that you are feeling like you're more time on the go and that you're not getting anywhere instead of having fun, you could be in a rut. The next sign that you could possibly be in a rut. Am I backwards? Let's see. I need to turn it. Okay, I'm going to turn it and you guys tell me when I'm straight. Well, I mean, that's funny. But what about like this, Liz? Is that better? Oh, the words. Okay, I got you. Okay, so we're gonna turn it back this other way. So, okay, what about this? Does that work? No? Like this? No? The paper. Okay. Well, you guys get the drift, okay? Yeah, I think it has to do with the back and front of the camera. Okay, well, I'll just say them and you can envision them. Okay? If you find that you're not having fun in your business, you could be in a rut. Next sign that you may be in a rut, are you experiencing cash block instead of cash flow? So when I had my vegan chef business in Florida and I wasn't creating the income and the sustainability out of it that I want, I recognized, sure, it took me a few years, but that there was a rut that I was in and it needed to be evaluated and I needed to mix some things up. So if you're experiencing cash blocks instead of cash flow, you could be in a rut. Next symptom that you may be in a rut is that, or do things feel like they're going wrong instead of feeling like singing a song for you? So, ah. So this is where your gut comes in, okay? And this is why I called this like how to follow your gut when you're in a rut, because the key identifier that you're going to have that you may be in a rut is your gut. Like your gut's going to tell you there's just something off here. Is there something wrong? Like I'm not having fun. I really want you to tune into that and know that we have amazing intuition that lets us know when things are off, and it can come in the form of discontent. It can even come in like body pain. I've been experiencing some pain on the right side of my body, and it gives me an indication that I could be in a rut. What's the time? I can't see that I'm following the time here. So, did you guys get that? If you're not having fun, you could be in a rut. If you're not seeing that cash flow that you want, you could be in a rut. And if you're not seeing a song in life about your business or relationship or whatever it is, you could also be in a rut, right? So we're able to identify that. So now that we have that identification of being in a rut, so how possibly can we pop and lock our life like back with sparkle, pizzazz, and get out of the rut? Thank you. Thank you for the time. So how can we get out of those ruts? This is exciting, and it's going to be something that I fight tooth and nail recently, in where I feel like I've had a rut going on, not only with my business, but in relationships. And I was experiencing those areas where I wasn't having fun, and I didn't like the answer, and you may not either, but it really, really works. The number one thing that you'll want to do once you've identified that you're in a rut is you're going to want to slow the bleep down. Did you hear me? Slow down. What happens when we get in a rut is we're usually just like dogpiling and doing the same thing over and over and over again. And we cannot shift that unless we slow down. You got it? Slow down. That means that we may have to eliminate some things from our schedule. We may have to go to the park and have some fun. We have got to start slowing down, and the reason is because when we slow down, guess what we can do next? Is listen. Yoo-hoo. Listen to what is being said in the space that we create in slowing down. It's super powerful, and the reason I personally resist slowing down is because I have such, as dedicated creatives, we have such like visions of grandeur, right? It's like I can feel that this business, like my vegan chef business, it was amazing. It was awesome, and it was unfathomable that it wasn't working. But I really needed to slow down and evaluate. And what I found out when I slowed down and listened was that there were some parts of the job, you know how we have to be like all 12 positions in our businesses. I just realized that there were some of them that I really was struggling in, and I needed some help. And it was really humbling and defeating to admit that I needed some help. But because I slowed down and I was able to listen, I was able to shift some things. And sometimes I had to make some hard decisions, like put my business aside so I could get some fresh energy on it and in it, and so I could stop doing the same thing to get a different result. Because we all know about that, right? When we're like knocking our heads up against the wall to get over and over and over again, and we're going to expect something different, right? Which brings me to the next strategy that you can use to help dislodge those ruts that you're in, and that is to hop on the adventure bus of change. Woo woo! Who likes to change? Well, some of us, I have a feeling that there's quite a few of us here in this dedicated creative group that actually are okay with change, as I am. The only thing constant about me is that I change. And so change is something that if we haven't learned to embrace, that it's really going to make us feel restrictive. But I have faith that all of you guys love change, but sometimes we have those areas in our life that we're okay to change these areas, right? But I just want to go ahead and keep this area. Please don't, I really don't want to change it. So we need to be open to especially experiencing change in those areas that we have fear from changing. And I will say the number one strategy that I use into really understanding what is behind the resistance in changing to get out of a rut is, for me, I use writing. I use journaling. You have got to process really what blocks are going on for you. If you feel like you're in a rut, it is your intuition. It is your gut saying, hello, I've got something to tell you. It's very important, and it's here for your magical happiness. Don't you want to listen? And for me, writing is a way to process that. So I really want for you to look at your self-care tools in order for you to be able to understand what's behind any resistance to change and getting you guys out of those ruts. Because let's face it, you guys, oh my gosh, we're so brilliant that, I mean, we need to, just like the last talk I gave about, knowing what to do when you don't know what to do. It's like the reason this is so important is because we need to get over these obstacles we have as dedicated creative entrepreneurs so we can just move through to our success. And if we are having any of those symptoms, we're not having fun, we're not seeing the cash flow that we want, or any of that, we gotta hop on this creative bus to clear it as quickly as possible, right? Somebody goes, oh, Laura, you go to the beach. Yeah, so nature. Nature is an amazing place for us to listen to what we're really trying to tell ourselves when we feel like we're in a ruts. Okay? So, now that we have no fear of ruts, do you guys like my picture in the background too? It's like, I love that picture. It's like how I like to see myself getting out of those ruts. So, if you guys have any questions, I'm not sure if I got to see all the comments below here. All right. So, I am going to unleash you guys to your creativeness, and no fears if you're feeling like you're stuck or in a rut or you're too boring, or, I mean, it's not that you're boring, you could just be needing to get out of this rut that you're in. So let's keep moving on, moving on. And Liz wants to know when I'm going to wear the wings. And I need to tell you a funny story about that picture, which I always love seeing like what picture Liz is going to pick out for this. That picture was actually, I was not in a rut at that time. And so that picture was taken actually at a goddess retreat that I was at, and I was feeling very expansive, which is another sign that, you know, that you're out of a rut, that you're on your game, as if you feel expansive, like with those wings. I don't think I have any. How about feather? I have a feather. We'll put it right here. Is that good enough? Does that work like a wing? Huh? Let's see. Here we go. Ha! 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 Okay, that's all for now. Red Raven writes, I love you guys. Let's keep cruising on in this community. How awesome it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for you guys for being here. And not the same. All right, we'll get the wings next time for the next time we chat. And I look forward to hearing all of your lovely creativeness. Let's see. Yes, creativeness, making new designs with their handcrafted jewelry. Cynthia. Awesome. You were asked to do a show on November 3rd and 4th. Oh my gosh, I love it. Keep it coming. I love you guys. Bye. We can get off our butts. There's no ruts. Bye. Let's see. How do I say, let's see, what is this? I said good day. Good day.